Hi Aries, welcome back. So Aries, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it is a general reading, so feel free to switch the roles if needed. My readings are timeless, so I just trust that when this finds you, it's for you. If you're not dealing with anyone in specific, feel free to still listen. It may be you versus you. You may resonate with both sides. So, when I was meditating, before I go to the tarot, when I was meditating on your energy, Aries, interestingly enough, and I got this in the Sagittarius reading, I saw like a flower open up and then close back up again. So, and then I kept hearing the word opening up. Now, some of you might be dealing with the Sag or have Sagittarius in your chart. Others of you, it's just this sense of like someone wanting to open up, or maybe opening up, or you may be opening up and then closing back down. Okay, so that is kind of the primary message that they were showing me. And for some reason they kept showing me images of lips. I don't know why. Maybe you like someone's lips, maybe they like your lips. Maybe you like lips. I don't know, but they kept showing me different images of lips. Somebody putting on lip gloss, somebody putting on lipstick, somebody smoking a cigarette, somebody vaping. But they kept drawing me to the lips. I'm not saying you do all of those things, although some of you maybe. I'm just saying they kept drawing my attention to lips. Okay, so those were the two primary messages. And I also got the lyric. It's from a Kelly Clarkson song, Because of You. Because of you. I know that song is not the brightest, most airy-fairy song, but for some of you, you may resonate with that song. That may be validation for you. For others of you, it's not necessarily about the song as much as the lyric, because of you. I feel like some of you might be in this space where, I don't want to say it's a blame game, but you're telling someone, well, it could be good or bad because of you, yada, yada, yada. And it might have something to do with this opening up and closing down, opening up and closing down. Somebody might be opening up because of you. You may be doing that, or closing down. Like I said, it could go either way. So let's see what the messages are. I already got one card out. It's the overall energy. It's the card of Scorpio. Some of you may have Scorpio placements in your chart, be dealing with one, and or this is just kind of like the vibes that you're dealing with during this time frame. So very transformative, very intense energy. And I actually did a video about this on my Facebook about the erratic energy that we're feeling right now with all of the many planetary alignments happening, with the Aquarius stellium and the retrograde at the same time. Is a very unpredictable and intense energy. So some of you are really feeling that right now, and or the person that you're connecting to, especially if they have fixed placements, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, or Taurus placements, or you do. But it's a very intense energy. I don't know how many times I can say that, but it's also a very transformative energy. Can be a bit destructive, so you want to watch that. It can be very intimate, but also a little bit lusty. It can be very deep and yet mysterious, you know. So let's see where this is headed, Aries, for you. I'm not going to keep that, but I'll take note of it. Your overall energy is the Magician, so you're in creation mode. You're in manifestation mode. This is the Angel of Magic in this deck. It's saying that, you know, you have the ability to kind of move this situation in any way that you want, right? I feel like you're in a power position when it pertains to this connection in general, or just during this time frame, all right? Just in general. This person is the Devil energy, Capricorn energy for some of you, where they're demanding their freedom or feeling a bit tied to this situation, or maybe even tied to some vices or some things that aren't good for them that they may have trouble breaking through. This is talking about the Angel of Freedom. So I feel like this person may be really wanting to feel free in the energy during this time frame, but also somewhat feeling bound to a situation or bound to an emotion that's not allowing them to do that. Okay. So now we're going to go into the recent past energy and see what led up to this, Aries, and then we're going to go into perception of how you view each other, how you genuinely feel underneath it all, your hopes, and most likely future outcome. So, recent past energy for my Aries, the 10 of Voices. Two more. 5 of Materials. Woo! Aries, this is intense. And the Sun. So some of you, may have recently come out of this emotional space. Some of you might still be in this emotional space of just feeling like, I've heard that you've had enough, or just feeling mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, not really wanting to be messed with. I actually heard the F word, not wanting to be effed with. For some of you, are just feeling like I need my alone time. Maybe even like, this is intense. So some of you just downright desolate, just feeling like you can't go on, like emotionally not having the ability to push past something, or just feeling like maybe even wanting to be left alone. It's a very intense energy, okay? I with the Sun here, I'm happy to say that a lot of you have bounced out of that energy quite quickly, and or you will be during this time frame. So it's like reconnecting with your happiness, reconnecting with your optimism, and trying to stay focused and balanced within the energy, all right? Even though I feel like the energy's just been kind of sucked right out of you, Aries. That's what it feels like, and I just keep getting the word exhaustion, all right? So let's see what this person's recent past energy is leading up to this Aries. Person Aries is dealing with. The 2 of Cups fly over there. I'll get it in just a second. A little two more. Oh, sorry, I had 2 cards. 2 of Cups and the Queen of Wands, the King of Pentacles. So this person's been heavily focused, on this relationship, this connection, or wanting to see things like spark within the connection. If it's not within you, it's just within relationships in general. This person may be looking for, I heard, I'm here for, what? Say again. I'm here for a good time, but not a long time. No, I may not be here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time. Something like that. It's a saying like that. I don't know if you say that, this person says that, or that's just their energy, or where they were in the past, in the recent past. But I feel like this person's creative juices might have been flowing. They may have been looking for connections that provide them, more adventure or a good time. I keep getting the word good time. And yet there's this, very comfort zone type of energy here, a very stubborn type of energy. So this is an interesting contrast where I feel like this person has 2 sides to their personality. It could be that this person is actually very grounded, very practical, and what they're attracted to about you, Aries, is that good time, that you keep things interesting, you keep them on their toes. But it could be reversed, so feel free to reverse the roles. But that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Or it could be a contrast within this person, where sometimes they're a lot of fun to be around, and sometimes they're very like chill mode, Someone finds someone mysterious and intriguing within the connection. That's for certain. So let's see what your perception is, Aries. And keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder. So maybe your truth, but it may not be their truth. But we'll start there. So 6 of Cups, 8 of Inspiration, and the 9 of Voices. Woo! All of a sudden I got this incredible urge to yawn. Like all of this, I don't know, you're feeling very tired lately, Aries, or you just feel like you got the thoughts sucked right out of your head, or like Yeah, some of you might have yawned with me right then. Interesting. So, Six of Emotions, Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Voices showing up here in your perception. I feel like, you know, some of you are really trying to let go of the past, you know, if there's been past issues with this person, and like communicate about it. But also I get like it kind of stresses you out a little bit, or, you know, feeling like you cannot communicate some things that have really affected you in the past. You might be keeping things to yourself or not wanting to fully express, or that may be how you view this person as well. It's just like when you think about the connection, you kind of get stuck in the emotions of the past, and yet wanting to really push through that energy, and yet almost not having the energy to right now. You know what I'm saying? And listen, it's a retrograde. This really is not the time to push yourself beyond your limits, or to communicate things that might come around and bite you in the butt in the future. You know what I'm saying? Retrogrades tend to do that. But it also, retrogrades do bring up the past. It does bring up past emotions. So some of you may actually need to finally express something, but I feel like you're blocking it, all right? Or this person is. Let's see. What's this person's perception of Aries? Four of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Five of Cups. So this person feels like, you know, that you're a bit detached at times from them, you know, that they might not be able to have success within the connection, or they might just be feeling like, you know, defeat. It could be related to you, may not be related to you. This person has emotionally exhausted themselves in the past, but they are coming out of that energy. All right. I feel like it's a very interesting perspective here, because on one hand, they see you a bit detached, or maybe like not wanting what they have to give. And it kind of makes them feel like a failure at times, you know. But on the other hand, they're trying not to let it affect them emotionally, or like affect their self-esteem, or yeah, something like that. It's a very interesting message. It's like, sorry, they're giving me a message. I heard the more you give, the more you lose. That could be how this person feels. Like the more they give, the more they lose. Or that could just be their stance in general. And therefore they don't really give very openly of themselves because of that. They're afraid they will lose something, lose their sense of security, or lose the sense of comfort that they enjoy. But I heard you got to play to win, though. You know? I feel like that's a message for your cross watcher. So let's look at the emotion and see underneath perception, in the depth of your heart, what are you genuinely feeling when it comes to this connection? Aries, genuine emotion. Let's see. We have the Lovers here. Wow. The Strength card. The Ace of Inspiration in the reverse. The Muse of Inspiration, and the Six of Voices. Well, I feel like I heard that you have this person's heart on a string, or you know how to string them along, or play. You know how to play the game. That's what I heard. I feel like Aries, you feel a very strong connection with this person, all right? And yet, it's like you're wanting to have the strength to kind of do things on your own, whether you're an established connection or not. I feel like this is a lot of like self-love energy that's coming in, you know, like wanting to love yourself first, or needing to love yourself first. Like I'm kind of getting that. I have the song Walk Alone in my mind. I feel like there's a little bit of lack of desire here. I just feel almost like a lack of motivation when it comes to this connection or in general right now, and that's kind of impeding the progress. But I feel like you need to kind of gather your strength anyways, and maybe let the retrograde pass before you really make any major movements. So I don't feel this is a bad thing. I just feel like you're going to get your creative juices flowing again, but when you're ready and on your own time. But it might be after a period where you emotionally distance yourself to kind of get back to you know what I'm saying? And needing to be strong in order to do that. So you may separate yourself from this connection for a few of you. Others, you might have a choice in love here. Sometimes the lovers does talk about a choice and really needing to have the strength to make that choice and stick with it. But it's just like there is like a lack of passion or a lack of desire that's kind of blocking this energy here, and like needing to kind of take time to yourself or look at yourself. You're in the power position though, Aries. So let me bring you back to that message. You know? So let's see what this person's genuine emotions are. And it reminds me of like the image of the flower that I got at the beginning of the reading, like opening and then closing, opening and closing, you know, like that. So the World card is here, and this person's emotion, Page of Wands in the reverse, Three of Cups. So, you know, in this person's heart of hearts, they genuinely want some sort of closure or success. They want to feel like they have been successful here. But then also not being able to get it off the ground, you know what I'm saying? Not being able to really have that new beginning, that new chapter, that new energy come in. It's almost like they have this very serious nature to them, or they are being maybe too stubborn or fixed within their energy, and it's not allowing things to be as light or as playful as they could be. This person emotionally wants support or to be supportive, or for some of you, a reconciliation here. But yet there's a lack of understanding here. For some, I heard there's a lack of compassion or empathy, and you'll know if that's for you, whether that's you or they. Give me one on that. The Chariot. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. This person is being drawn towards expressing emotion or being more playful, being more open emotionally, being more expressive, right? So I feel like they're feeling this tug, right? And that's kind of pulling them out of the devil energy that I felt here. And you might serve as that for them, Aries. You might be the one, because of you, that they open up like that, or that they're driven, you know, to be more playful or be more expressive, etc. Let's see, genuine hopes. You're hoping for temperance, more Sag energy for some of you. Freedom, independence, the ability to call the shots, whether you're male or female. Also balance emotionally, energetically, because some of you have been really out of balance. You exhausted your energy. You need to replenish it. This person's hoping for the Hierophant, understanding, higher reasoning, commitment for some. So now we're going to look at most likely future outcome, Aries. Keep in mind that all of the future outcomes can be changed with free will. You're in the driver's seat. No one else. I'm just giving you a snapshot. Most likely outcome for my Aries. There's that very independent energy again. And interestingly enough, I can't really define what flower it was, but when I came out of the meditation, I wanted to say roses, but that's not what it looked like. But then I looked down and there are roses on the depiction. Some of you, roses might be a significant indicator for you that this reading is for you. I have a song in my head. Sorry, all of a sudden I have all this air running through me. Love, baby, what I got. I said, remember that. I don't cry when my dog runs away. I don't get angry at the bills I have to pay. Is that Sublime? Good song. All right, so that song might be significant. Go look it up. 9 of Materials, 2 of Emotions, 2 of Inspiration, the Death card, Scorpion energy for some of you, more. And then the Muse of Materials. So I feel like there's this strong pull towards independence and yet this connection at the same time. Yet soulmate energy. Yet someone who can see you for you, who loves you for you. And that may or may not be this person. You're really on the lookout for change. You're wanting to see some sort of change within the connection or within this person. You might be wanting them to change the way they express, wanting them to be a little bit more open, and you're looking for that. And yet what you're seeing is maybe more of the same. Because the King of Pentacles is here. This is the equivalent to the King of Pentacles in this deck. So it's like you're looking for some change here, Aries. And, wanting, it's almost like you're leaving it up to fate, to kind of show you which direction to go in or to open that door for you, yeah. Some of you are also getting inspired to change some things within your material world, whether it's career, finances, or home. And you might have some doors of opportunity opening here for you. Okay. Let's see what this person's most likely future outcome is. What's really interesting is this card kind of reminds me of Sublime. Just the depiction of it. Don't ask me why, it just does. So, what's this person's most likely future outcome? King of Swords in the reverse. You know what? That's so weird. My deck was in the reverse. And, of course, it came out in the reverse, but I'm going to read it both ways. But I accidentally did that in Scorpio's reading. So some of you definitely dealing with a Scorpio. But it doesn't have to be because I've got a lot of zodiac signs out. I'll go through all of them in a minute. I've got multiple here, but I just want to point that out. King of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. So it's like this person wants to be generous, but then they don't want to be generous, It's like they can kind of understand where you're coming from, but then at the same time, they only want to see their point of view. It's like a product of habit or conditioning is kind of what I'm feeling here. They're wanting to break free or needing to break free from that energy, but it's hard for this person. It's a struggle. It's a struggle for them to let go of old habits, bad habits, I heard developed habits, all right? Especially if they're a fixed sign. They're lacking some security, whether that's financial security or security within who they are. And I felt that in their perspective, not wanting to be viewed as a failure or not good enough, or maybe even feeling that about themselves. But it's like this person is maybe even struggling financially for some of you and needing money, or maybe even asking for money, but maybe too proud to say that, or I don't know. I don't know about that, Aries. I'm not saying don't be generous. I'm just saying look out for you first, and use your discernment if that's the case. But it's like they're a bit closed off. So it's like, it's kind of contradictory in that sometimes this person wants you to be generous with them, but then they're not generous with you, and it creates like this back and forth or this power struggle for some of you, which results in the connection becoming unstable or like insecurities coming to the surface, whether it's emotional or financial. All right. So let's get some guidance here for the both of you and see what that is all about for my Aries. I have that song playing so loudly in my head. All right, what is reading, or give me some guidance for my Aries. We are the world. Wow. Okay, what is the guidance for the person they're dealing with? Oh. Interesting. Okay, so I actually got 2 cards that came out on your side. It's we are the world and moment to moment. So this is almost saying, you know, Aries, at the end of the day, we're all connected to each other. And just to keep that into mind as well, it's like showing you the connectedness of it all. Like how you feel is kind of what you can expect. How you feel about yourself is kind of what you can expect to draw out of other people. And they're wanting you to pay attention to that because that's going to help guide you through the situation. And also take it day by day. Don't push yourself beyond what you're capable or ready for. Don't exhaust yourself. Moment by moment. This person is feeling guilt. They had the card of guilt come up. That's an interesting message. They have a lot of things pulling at them that make them feel insecure, and they're being called to, you know, relinquish that. All right? For whatever reason, may or may not be connected to you, Aries, but that's kind of what restricts their freedom and keeps them in this very toxic energy that I felt at the beginning. So, Aries, I am going to leave it there. Very interesting reading. Let me tell you what zodiac signs I'm seeing. Obviously, Scorpio energy is all over the reading, but it could be... But I also have Sagittarius, a lot of Sagittarius energy out. I have Taurus energy here. Cancer, could be dealing with another Aries. Capricorn. Leo. Gemini. More Sagittarius energy over here. Those are the predominant zodiac signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it can be any zodiac sign, as this is a general reading. I'm being drawn to also say Aquarius for some of you. But like I said, it's a general reading, so take it as it resonates. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can catch me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. Link down below, Tarot Time with Dana. I also go live there and just randomly chat, but also talk about channeling and manifestation and my own spiritual awakening, so you can catch it there. I added a donation feature to the About section of my YouTube. For those of you who would like to donate, you're more than welcome to. I would always appreciate it, but I never expect it. Okay, guys? Either way, I'm wishing you the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste.